Hello and welcome to our channel. My name is Crystal. I'm in front of our kiwi trellis. I wanted to give a little bit of an update on how they are doing. We've received interest in our previous kiwi videos, and I just kind of wanted to give an update on how they're doing. Do they like the trellis that we put up? Have we gotten any berries yet? And things like that. So I'm just going to do a quick little update. We purchased 2 Issai Arctic hardy kiwi vines, and it was a surprise to us that we would be able to grow kiwis on our homestead, and we were very excited to add a completely different variety of fruit and all the other things that we are trying to grow here. So finding these kiwi vines at the nursery was a little bit of a surprise for a few reasons, and I was surprised to learn that they grow on vines and not trees, and that they are hardy here and that they do well. We were excited to get them and plant them in the ground here. They are hardy down to -40 degrees, and they can be grown between zones 3 and 8, no problem. I've seen things that they can go up to 9. I've seen things that they can go even colder. Everybody's got a whole different variety of information out there, but generally it's zones 3 through 8. Unlike most other kiwi varieties, these are self-pollinating. This variety that we bought, it was clearly labeled as self-pollinating. The nursery that we bought them from said that they are a self-pollinating variety. It is not necessary to have a male pollinator, and that is very different from most kiwi vines. Most kiwi vines, you need a male pollinator in order to get any fruit at all. This variety, you do not need a male pollinator. However, having a male pollinator will yield you even more fruit. So while you will get fruit without one, having a male pollinator, you will get even more. So it benefits the plant further to have the male pollinator. So a little bit more about this kiwi variety is that the vine produces a kiwi berry that is similar to a very large grape, and the entire fruit is edible. You don't need to peel off any skin or rind. You can just eat them whole as they are. So they pretty much taste exactly the same as any other variety of kiwi. They just are a little bit sweeter. When we did plant them into the ground, I believe I added a soil acidifier to it, but it wasn't necessary. They are very low maintenance when it comes to soil conditions. We planted them over here next to this enormous rock, and they've done very good. It starts to get sun probably later, a little bit later in the morning, and then it has sun the rest of the day in the afternoon, so it's kind of a partial shade area. Now these are an extremely vigorous vining plant. They are aggressive in how they vine, and the best way that we could think to trellis them in the most cost-effective way was to buy a $26 cattle panel from Tractor Supply and make an arch with it. So far the kiwi vines love this trellis. Planted of 1 vine on either side of the trellis, and they are starting to meet in the middle here. They're doing really, really well on this trellis, and I think in the future, because they're a vigorous grower, they need to be heavily pruned, usually done in winter time. However, we did notice with these plants that the vines were starting to grow in directions that we didn't want, because off the main vines that come from the plant, there's runners that come off of those vines, and so we didn't want all of those runners shooting off this way. You can see one right here is starting to come off. So we trimmed those off, and the next thing we knew is both plants pretty much doubled in size within a couple of weeks. They grew like crazy after we removed some of the shoots that were coming off of the main vines. From our experience so far with them, they do respond well to being pruned, so this coming winter we will for sure make sure that we prune them back pretty good. So did they produce any fruit for us this year? No. We did not expect to get any kiwi berries off of these plants this year. They weren't established into the ground, they weren't trellised up on any way. So no, we did not expect to get anything from them, and we didn't. We didn't get anything, which is fine. We've planted apple trees on our property, and yesterday we planted some pear trees, and you know, we're not expecting to get things right away. We plant things for the future. We're planning ahead. The experience of growing these new varieties is exciting, and we look forward to seeing what gets produced on these vines and all the different recipes that we might be able to make with the fruit that we get. We are very excited to see how these kiwi vines do. We do highly recommend it if you like kiwis and you're looking for a different kind of variety of fruit to grow in your garden or on your homestead. then I think that this is a great option. They're hardy in a variety of different areas, and it's kind of a tropical-esque type fruit, and it's really cool to be able to grow it here. You know, everybody has their own different experiences with it. This is just ours. We hope you enjoy it, and we look forward to sharing with you when we start to get fruit, and maybe can up some recipes in the future with some kiwi berries. I'm really excited to see how it turns out, but we're for sure not getting anything this year. And that's okay. So that'll do it for this little update video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.